live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live yet? Are we live yet? Are we live yet? We're live!
Hey! Happy Fez Friday, everyone. It is Friday, October 11th. My name's Jason. I'll be your Fezmonger. This is the state of the studio. I am once again joined by the lovely Fezomoiselle, Ruth. And this is your weekly update. So it's been kind of a strange week for me, especially this week, just because the shifting of gears and trying. So I don't feel like I've accomplished a whole lot of stuff. It's just been chasing down things I should have been dealing with already. First and for like the last week, I've kind of like I was working on basket cases, getting basket cases processed and trying to move boxes of things that are in the way in the studio and try to get them out the door and over to Joe. So those are ready to go. And of course, that just meant that we brought more baskets from Joe's that need to be processed back into the studio. So I accomplished nothing as far as moving those boxes on. Spent some time rebuilding, or not rebuilding, but updating Maya's old laptop that I want to use for our 3D printer, for our laser printer, and hopefully to run the desktop mill when I get that all organized and set up. Her laptop had gotten really slow. I ended up wiping the entire thing. I can remember my login for my little section of her laptop. So wiped the whole thing. It's running a lot faster now, which is good. But now I have to figure out like what software do I need to install on it. And it's a whole thing. And it's one of those issues where it needs to get done, but I don't have a project that I need it for, so I won't get the laptop updated until I have a project, which means that I'll no longer have the time to update the laptop. I just as soon use the old laptop that barely runs to run the project. So it's one of those things where I'm just trying to plan ahead, which is not how my mind works. No. Also, I've been working on tassel caps, restocking tassel caps, and testing out some new colors. I did post about that yesterday on the Patreon, but I created a new verdigris style that will be debuting on tikis and skulls.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, that was these worked out really well. I like them a lot. Yeah. Only downside is I have to order when I'm having the actual caps printed. I have to order them without I normally have them dye them black for me. And so these are like the natural skulls. I have to get them brought in natural. So it's not like I can just shift gears. I have to kind of have two different orders, one for doing normal ones and one for doing the lava, which I am doing a batch of tikis and lava as well. Those are red right now and waiting for their finish coat. But so I have to kind of juggle that. So that means more planning ahead, more ordering. So
God, not the more thinking.
I know. The test went really well, so I will be ordering more of these because I think we'll be carrying these for a while.
Oh, yes, please.
So look for the verdigris and the lava, tikis and skulls to get posted. I'll probably be posting verdigris as an exclusive to the Patreon first because I only have about a dozen tikis. I have like 22 of the skulls done. Well done. They're painted. Still need to get their seal coat on them, so the colors might change a little bit. The finish might change a little bit when it gets the clear coat on them. But that's what I've been working on. That's what I'm working on today. So I'm going to finish up getting the color on top of the. I have some silver ones, and then that's pretty much everything I have that I can make. So I need to start planning ahead, ordering for the next batch, and get those going. And then ideally start sculpting new stuff, which is just making my tassel caps way too complicated now that I have like 6 different finishes, and I'm already at 6 or 7 different sculpts. So it's going to get crazy because somebody wants a tea kettle. So that is what I'm working on. Aside from that stuff this week, we did launch the Minecraft server for those of us that are interested in playing Minecraft. And I think we've had Doug, we've had Mike, we've had Chris tried to get on at one point. Steven's been on there a lot. He's got some experience gaming. Jason was working on getting online with his Chromebook. So Maya's been playing with me, and we've been having a lot of fun playing on Minecraft. So if you're interested in that, that's for the Fezthusiast, the $5 and up can do that. You do need to join the Discord to be able to join in on the Minecraft stuff. And on top of that, I've started doing custom skins, Minecraft skins for the people who are playing. And I will be posting photographs about that. It's just a fun little side project that we're having fun with. But it's been a lot of fun and a great way to just sort of like socialize online while we're digging holes. So and running from creatures and having a good time. One other interesting thing that we've gotten into because of this, I decided that I would set up the on the Discord channel again. I decided to set up the Rhythm Bot, which is a bot that logs in and allows you to play music from YouTube or from SoundCloud through Discord, so that we can all be listening to the same voice channel and listening to the music, which is really kind of cool. We started messing with that last weekend, and it works fairly well. So we were using that while we were playing Minecraft, and I made the mistake of queuing up the Dark Crystal Rise of Resistance soundtrack while we were playing. That was the most stressful gaming I have done, because there is some intense music on that, and it usually would like sync up right as the sun's going down and the zombies are coming out and I'm trying to run back to the base camp. So we kind of dialed it back and went to like Tangerine Dream, the soundtrack for something a little bit more, ethereal and more relaxing. I did some Tiki. It was just way too intense for that gaming. But since we are having fun with that DJing bot in Discord, we're going to start doing music days, probably Fridays. Long ago, back when Turntable FM was a thing, it was a social music app. And of course, it was like the Napster era where they were just not paying royalties for anything. But you could get on and you could co-DJ and play music. It was a great way. We would do it every Friday, and we just had a random group of people online who would just pick songs, so that we had this curated DJ soundtrack going while we were working. And I've been looking for a good solution for that for years, and I think this will work for a while for us. So check that out. If you're interested in getting involved in that, let me know. Get on the Discord. I'm going to start playing. I actually rebuilt an old Halloween playlist that I had started as a mixtape back in the day. And I've rebuilt that into YouTube, so I'll be able to share that soundtrack or that playlist with everybody. But we'll be playing with that, and it's really cool. It's got little coding functions, and you can switch songs and search for songs. So look for that starting up if you're interested. If you just want to work to some tunes, it's a great way to just sort of kind of mix it up and listen to different things. So that has also been going on, and I will be probably messing around with that today. So if you want to get in on to just listen to the radio, let me know, and get on that Discord if you haven't done so already. Other big news, the Pressure Gauge Fez is the current Fez of the week, and that is on the Fezorama website, so you can just jump over there. It's open to everybody. It's not an exclusive, but it's just running for the next week through Tuesday, and we're cutting off Tuesday because Thursday we head up to Mendocino for Camp Swing. So we're going to be out of town next week. Thursday through like Monday, we're going to be on a bit of a vacation, having some fun.
Yeah, huh?
Now you've done this camp for years, many years.
Many years.
Almost
of them. Every single year that they've had it in existence. I think I've missed 3 years.
Wow. Yeah. So this will be our first time, so I have no idea really what we're in for, but I suspect we're probably going to be off in the national forest and without any good connectivity. So I don't think we'll be live streaming next week, but I will try to post at least images and whatnot while we're away. So this will be your preview for the next 2 weeks. So that is what we're working on. We're getting working on getting more linings done. I'm working on graphics. I want to try to get a couple of badge designs together, so that way I have a badge rolling. Ideally, I'd like to get that rolled out before we leave, so that you guys have a week to order them. And then when we get back, we'll just have a pile of stuff to get done. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to accomplish today and tomorrow, is mostly design work. And hopefully I'll be able to update you guys on that stuff. Oh, look for the polls. Every Sunday I'm going to be doing a poll. Last Sunday was really interesting. Last Sunday's poll, if you didn't see it, was asking what genres people were interested in. Because I was noticing we were just at a steampunk event and had a bunch of tiki people that I knew who were at that steampunk event. So it's one of those things where it's like I'm meeting people. There were more members, Patreon members, at the small Gaslight event than I think at any of the shows that we've done, which kind of caught me off guard. So it was one of those things where it's like I kind of had my head around wrong. Like I wasn't sure what everyone was into thematically. So I put the poll out and I was actually kind of surprised by the results, the number of people that responded that what their interests were. And that's going to start coloring my design work in the future, especially for the Patreon. So there was a lot of people who are into they were into horror / paranormal. Yeah, that was, I think, the highest rated one. Yes. A lot of tiki people, of course, a lot of steampunk people, but that was really cool. So that's going to help me work out what kind of design stuff that we should bring to the Patreon group. So if you haven't seen that, definitely jump on the Patreon page, dig back to last Sunday. The voting, I believe, will still be open through tomorrow. And then this coming Sunday is going to be a new poll that I'm going to talk about the sewing projects. So try to get an idea of where we should start off for you guys on that. So that's going to be this Sunday's poll. So definitely make sure you're keeping out on those, and please participate in the surveys. That'll help me with that kind of feedback. Makes a big difference for me, so I kind of understand what's going on. What was your week like? You're back to school.
Back to school. I had one day of school, yeah, it was fine. It was cool. It was dandy. So far, so good. It's hard to gauge from the very first day. But yeah, it looks promising. I'm also training up a new instructor.
Ooh, fun.
Good. Forming young minds.
Yes.
Teaching them the right way. So yeah, she actually said she really enjoyed my class. So that was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been trying to clean the house, which is always a challenge.
It's an ongoing thing around here too.
Yeah. And I put up a few more Halloween decorations, and my roommate put up lights. So now we have like red swimmy lights and sparkly purple and bushes.
We might need you to share some photographs of what you do at the house for Halloween, because it gets a little out of hand.
Maybe just a little bit. I haven't put up Ralph yet, though.
Okay.
My bride is up.
Have the creepy baby dolls shown up yet?
Only one of them. There's some speculation about that because one of my roommates is coming back from a trip where he had to deal with this whole thing with his daughter. So maybe not reminders about that.
Okay.
But I do have one creepy doll who's like got hollow eyes, and she's on a rocking horse, and she's set off probably by motion, and then she like sings this creepy song, and a red light lights up behind her eyes, and then I have a creepy. Remember the completely wrong skeleton cephalopod octopus that we saw? I got one.
Oh God.
My roommate got it for me.
Yes, a skeleton of an octopus makes perfect biological sense.
Oh yes. Perfect. Yep. But it is nice and creepy, especially right next to the doll. So
good.
There we go.
I was watching a YouTube tutorial on how to turn those cheap foam pumpkins into creepy looking pumpkins, and I thought of you.
Ooh.
So not that I'm going to have time to do that kind of decoration. I'll share the video. I'll show you the video later.
Yeah.
It's using a lot of techniques that are actually pretty straightforward and things that I had already kind of knew about from other projects. Yeah. But it was still kind of a fun and slightly toxic technique.
Awesome. Sounds perfect.
I don't know if I'll have time. I don't know. We're struggling getting into the Halloween spirit. And like the last 2 years, we dedicated all of October to Halloween, like horror movies, supernatural horror movies, monster stuff. And we've seen some great, like small films that have been on streaming. On Netflix, there's The Endless. Elementary is a spectacularly fantasy film. The Lodgers was really good. These are all three small independent films. The ones we've watched this year or have attempted to watch this year have sucked. Yeah. So I don't have any great recommendations yet on the experimental stuff. The ones I really enjoy are the small creative ones. So not necessarily, I don't like slasher movies do nothing for me. I'm looking for something that it has to be supernatural. So just Homicidal Maniac, we can see that in the news. I don't need a movie about it. So it's kind of finding those things that are creepy, not necessarily
right. Like
terrifying.
I like the psychological thrillers, all about the Hitchcock I like for the most part.
Yeah, but for me, that's
Yeah.
year round. Like for
Well,
Halloween,
yes.
I want monsters. I want
Monsters and
ghosts,
ghosts and
demons.
creepy things.
Yeah.
There's a good, if you haven't seen Guillermo, what's his last name?
Del Toro?
Thank you. He did this movie that is not well known.
Devil's
And-
Backbone?
No.
Oh.
And not The Orphanage either. It's
That is on my list. I've not watched that yet.
Okay, hello, list. Then there you go.
Yeah.
There's one. There's another one that's about this family that moves into this this building, and there are fairies, evil fairies. So I think you're gonna like this.
I might need to check that one out.
You're gonna need.
There have been a number of movies that have claimed to do the evil fairy thing in the past, and they've kind of failed for me.
This one's delicious.
So I'm
I
looking
like
for
this
that.
one a lot.
The Lighthouse is something that's coming to movie theaters like this week or next week, and I'm really excited about seeing that. It's from the director of The Witch, so
Okay.
which is a great movie and where the inspiration for the Black Goat came from. So that's he gets a total, like, you know, I'm there regardless because I love that movie, and it looks really, William Dafoe looks really good, black and white creepy film. They've teased some stuff, so I'm really excited to see that in the next couple of weeks. But that's at movie theaters. Oh, one thing that you can find on streaming right now, just found out about this the last couple of days. Patreon member and our good friend Sig Neutron was on episode 7 of season 3 of Dragula on Amazon Prime. It's a like horror drag themed show.
I actually, one of my friends and former students designs for Dragula.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. So Enrique Soldana. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's awesome and very talented.
What's really cool is Sig wore his purple Wolpertinger chapeau on the show.
Good.
So I have not watched the episode yet, but I did find the show on Amazon so that I can sit down and watch it. So that is season 3, episode 7 of Dragula on Amazon Prime, and you can check out Sig Neutron as one of the guest judges.
Awesome. Oh, by the way, you guys, if you do have some recommendations for good flicks that we might enjoy, please recommend them and tell us why you think we'd like it.
Yes.
We want to hear. We want to know what you think and what you would recommend to us, especially considering so many of you share our love of horror and paranormal and all that kind of stuff.
I'll start a channel on the Discord so people can chat back and forth
Awesome.
about horror movies for the month, and then I will share some of the best recommendations as a post so that everybody who's not on the Discord get a chance to see those.
Cool.
So, and speaking of the other thing on the Discord, I kind of mentioned this already, but I'm doing the Inktober stuff again this week. I'm sure, or this month. I'm sure you guys have seen sketches. These have been going out, so all of them are available. Well, they're available once they're bought, but I am selling all of the sketch cards. If you are, you get, let's see, it's $20 normally, but if you're a Fez enthusiast, it's $15. And if you are a Fezzerati or Fezzerati X5, they're only $10 for the sketch cards. So if there's one that you see that comes up through the feed that you're interested in, drop a comment that you want it. Of course, the first one that comments that they want that card will have dibs on it. And then it'll just PayPal thing, and I send them out. So sketches are coming up every day. If you haven't obviously noticed those posts every day. And I'm doing recommendations. So if you have any suggestions for the Jacko Bastard sketches on my Inktober feed, go ahead and drop them in comments. And I'm kind of sorting them out. It's funny because I'm getting comments from multiple sources, like comments on a post, direct messages over Patreon, comments in Twitter. I've gotten emails, and I invariably end up spending like 5-10 minutes trying to figure out where the suggestion came from, because I'm like, I remember reading it. So there's an ongoing list of suggestions that are going in, and I'm working on all of those. And I will be bringing my illustration stuff with me on our trip to Camp Swing so that I can continue my daily sketches. I just don't know how easy it'll be for me to post them daily from there.
The access up there is sketchy at best.
Yeah.
Some people have no access whatsoever. Mine tends to be spotty. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's not at all. And other people have
Yeah.
access.
So we'll see. I might just be offline for 4 days and then have a backlog of illustrations to post. But I'm gonna do them every day regardless. So yeah. So coming up this weekend, we are working on linings. I'm working on design stuff and tassel caps. Still trying to clean this place up. We just found out that around the corner from us is a gallery that's having a tiki show tomorrow. So we're gonna pop over there and see some of our tiki artist friends. That's at the Dark Art Gallery in downtown Long Beach. Or Dark Art Emporium Gallery down in downtown Long Beach. Does it open tomorrow?
Saturday.
Open Saturday. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow.
It's mostly horror stuff, but it's a bunch of tiki artists, people that we know are part of it.
Cool. So looking forward to that. And then yeah, we are just making the usual stuff. I'm just chasing down loose ends and trying to figure out what projects I need to be working on now that I don't have a show. We have a tiki event, but that's in 2 months. So a month and a half. So I don't need to be doing that. Oh, that does bring up something. There are a number of designs that are on Last Call on the website, and I am going through and retiring them. Currently, this will be the last week and a half to order the blue squid or the blue kraken. So I am retiring that colorway, doing new versions, new colorways, and kind of reworking them because I do want to keep the concept around. And I'm going to do a new one for that's going to debut at Tiki Land Trading in December. So you guys will probably see that artwork beforehand and know about them in advance, but there is a new squid chapeau, possibly a new squid fez. I might just rework that squid design into a fez design. I've done it once on a fez. It's a little too horizontal for me.
Yeah.
But, and a lot of people don't relate the kraken to the squid. So I might retire the kraken for a while and do a squid for the fez. But we'll see. But that's going to be one of the new tiki designs. And like I said before, we're going to work with that, the Rakshasa skull, do a new version for an open edition tiki design coming up. These are going to be a lot more complicated. They're going to have custom printed fabric on the tips. So these are going to be more intense designs coming out in the next month. Plus, of course, I have to start panicking about all my holiday designs. So a lot of design work needs to get done, and that's really what I'm going to be focusing on for the next couple of days for a while. So I will have stuff to share with you on the Patreon, but I don't know how many new launches are going to happen. So that's kind of where we are. Like I said, we've got the Fez of the Week ends Tuesday, which means Wednesday. I got to get all of those made, get them over to Joe. We leave bright and early, like at dawn, before dawn on Thursday. We'll be out of town until Monday morning, probably. So that is what we're looking at in our coming week.
Woo.
So that's pretty much it. That's all you think of?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to mention if you are in Northern California or in the Riverside area, keep safe. We do have some fires out here in California. We have rolling blackouts that are happening because PG&E was found liable for a previous massive fire in California. So in their knee-jerk response, they're turning off power to a lot of people. So hopefully everyone out there in our Northern California area has power. So far, from what we've been told, Camp Swing is fine. It's in an area that isn't part of the blackout so far. And if we do get blacked out while we're there, we're still camping. So
we're still camping, and I'm bringing batteries.
We have batteries, and they just said the downside will be we'll have to dance to live music. So
oh darn.
Yeah. So it looks like we're still going on a trip next week, even if we have to drive through fire.
Yep.
But we're safe. We're in an area that's pretty much we're just gonna get bad air quality. We're so far removed from nature where our studio is that it sucks, and I feel horrible for all the people who are losing property out there. But we're safe, and hopefully everyone out there is safe as well. Thank you so much for tuning in once again and watching our weekly updates and watch us ramble. I hope you all have plans for a great weekend out there. If you are interested, we will be spending some time on Minecraft this weekend. We've been having a lot of fun just jumping on and hanging out with people for like an hour at a time. So it's been a lot of fun. If you have any questions about how to join in on that, just let me know, hit me on a message, and I will walk you through it. And otherwise, thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for joining us on yet another Friday We won't be here next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. So
And
this will
we'll be
continue.
sure to take some video of
Yes,
Camp Swing. 'cause
yes. I will be
it's
bringing
amazing.
all of my video equipment, and we will definitely shoot a bunch of stuff out there. Really looking forward to that. Oh, I didn't mention, we're also going to be starting work on the podcast.
I was about to say
Yes.
podcast. You
So
should-
we're going to record kind of an intro episode of the podcast, and I do plan to bring my recording equipment with us to Camp Swing. Since we're there anyway, we may as well record podcasts there as long as our batteries last. So there will be stuff happening on the podcast front very soon. So keep that in mind. I will see you all online. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
End stream. End it. Go away. End.